and sale to Jacob Meck for business expansion.
Do we have to sign up if we want to speak?
Mr. Carver, you can sign if you like for the record. I'm going to not deny anybody a chance to speak.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll speak to this first. At our recent GVEDC board meeting, we voted to ask the county commission the following. This is from Steve Weir, director of GVEDC. Dear Commissioner Fleming, at a special meeting of the Greenbrier Valley Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors held on February 27, 2012, and with a quorum present, a motion was passed directing me to issue this letter to the Pocahontas County Commission. The purpose of this letter is to inform the Commission that the GVEDC is aware of Jacob and Melinda Meck DBA Jackmale Properties, LLC's plan to expand business operations at its present location and its need for additional property. They are hoping to acquire 9 acres. The GVEDC therefore recommends the Pocahontas County Commission consider deeding the required acreage to the GVEDC for eventual sale to the Mecks. Attached is a plot plan of the acreage identified as that needed for expansion. As the Commission is aware, the Mecks are good members of the community, both as business operators and neighbors. The jobs created with this expansion will be of great benefit to Green Bank and Pocahontas County. Should you have any questions, please contact me. As always, the GVEDC appreciates the support it receives from the Pocahontas County Commission. Sincerely, Steve Weir. And attached is the plot. Okay. Mr. Meck, I want to give you a chance to speak here in a moment. We have the option as a commission to deed land to our development authority, who is the GVEDC. Last time we talked about this issue, roughly a year or so ago, at that time, some of the opposition, among other reasons, was that by leasing the property to the Mecks, that it would be a county liability if something went wrong, and that also we wouldn't be able to collect property taxes off of the land. This time, what the GVEDC is requesting is that they have the opportunity to negotiate for sale of 9 acres to Mr. Meck for the property. And if we were here today to vote to deed that land to the GVEDC would then be in a position to negotiate sale of the land to Mr. Meck. And if that went through, then we would collect property taxes off of it. So that's where we are today. Mr. Meck, would you like to speak some to the matter? Or?
Yes, I just appreciate the opportunity to come back and take a look at it. You had requested that we come back, and I appreciate that. Also, conversations with the other commissioners, and I do appreciate you being open to discussion and requesting that we come back. Basically, our needs are the same in the fact that we are and would like to expand in Green Bank. So that is why we are here today.
Thank you. I want to give people a chance to speak to the matter. I received several phone calls on the issue. I got, I think everyone here who is here who called me, and I received all your messages. I appreciate that. Also, we have some emails from people expressing their thoughts on the matter. But I'll read those later. First, I'll give people a chance to speak. Mr. Alton.
I would like to know what he intends to do with the land.
Okay. Mr. Meck, we have this plan here. Would you like to discuss that?
I would.
Okay.
Our most immediate need for the property is basically to do some additional sewage storage. Okay. And we are currently and have been permitted since 2008. We do have sewage storage on that property. And we have had that is DEP regulated and DEP permitted and DEP inspected. And we have had very recent inspections on that. And I have some information that I would like to share on that in regards to that. Also, you know, for the property, we have some other ideas for expansion that we also are working towards as well.
Okay.
Does that include expanding it into a junkyard?
Do you
Is
care to
that-
elaborate on the plans?
I have no comment on that.
Okay.
If I could, I have something here that I would like to share for the public record, if I
Okay.
could have this read.
Okay.
This is a response. This
Okay.
is a report and a response. If I could, if it would be appropriate,
Okay.
I'd like to have that read for the public record, please, in response to some of our latest DEP inspections.
Okay.
I do also have a couple letters here. One of these is a business directly across the street from us. You may already have a copy of that.
Yes, I think I
I
do.
also have
Is
a
that from
letter.
Mr. Charles Sheets?
That is correct.
Okay, I have
I
that.
also have a letter here that I would like read from our closest house.
Okay.
That would be the closest residence to us. Thank you.
Okay, then I'll read these at this time per Mr. Meck's request. This is from Cabinet Secretary Randy Huffman of the DEP, dated February 14th. This letter is to Tony Bird and Steve McNown. Gentlemen, it's in regard to Outhouse LLC. Gentlemen, this letter is in response to letters received by this agency regarding concerns about a septage and salvage business and the placement of buried septic storage tanks located on State Route 66 in Pocahontas County, West Virginia. After looking into this issue, the agency's Environmental Enforcement Compliance Monitoring Section has informed me that the sites operated by Mr. Meck appear to be clean and well maintained. Attached for your review and information is a copy of the complaint investigation memorandum prepared after an investigation was conducted in response to complaint letters received with regard to Outhouse LLC. We appreciate your concerns and hope that this response and the enclosure help to address your concerns about the facility in question. Should you have further questions or concerns, please contact Mike Zito, Chief Inspector of the agency's Office of Environmental Enforcement.
Does this have to do with the 9 acres? That isn't the 9 acres. And that isn't the property that he's currently using there at Greenbank. So I don't understand the relevance of that.
It is in regards to that as well, Mr. Saffer, and there's a summary about 2 or 3 pages back there that is highlighted on that report as well. It does specifically have to do with our existing property in Greenbank.
That there was an inspection of what you did at Greenbank.
That is correct, and Mr. Alderman asked about the salvage, and that was also in regards to that.
I can read the summary highlighted portion if you like.
Thank you.
Both sites operated by Mr. Meck for temporary storage of domestic septage appeared to be clean and well maintained. There was no indication that spills or overflows had occurred at any of the storage tank locations. The following items were discussed with Mr. Meck both during the site visit and later by telephone correspondence. And it talks about the facilities on the 2 sites.
Is it appropriate for us to speak at all yet?
Oh,
or do-
certainly, but if I can finish reading the stuff
Sure.
that Mr. Meck wished for me to finish reading. This is from the closest residents,
That is correct.
John and Crystal Irvin, March 5th. County Commissioners, my name is Crystal Irvin and I'm writing you this letter on behalf of my husband John and myself due to conflicting work schedules and neither of us being able to be at the meeting today in person. We own a home in Greenbank next to the Meck's business and not one time have we been bothered by their operation. My husband and I bought our home before Mr. Meck and his wife started their business and we were very hesitant. They have turned out to be nothing more than a very hard-working family trying to provide themselves and their daughter with a stable home. They don't employ many at the current time, but the few that they do employ, I am sure, are more than grateful. Our county is in desperate need of businesses which bring employment, but you will find that so many people are jealous of someone else getting ahead in life. Mr. Meck and his wife established their own business by themselves without anything being handed to them. We should all be grateful to have such good neighbors and friends that we can count on. If the Mecks are not occupying this land, then what will the county find to put into its place that they feel would be better or that the citizens would agree upon? We have convenience stores, we have a senior building, a clinic, a soon-to-be pharmacy, a library and a school, all of which are very nice. The only thing that we don't have that I am sure someone would gladly put into Mr. Meck's spot would be a bar, which in my opinion is the one thing that we do not need. Why would we run out of business? Why would we run out of business that is very much needed for something that is not? My husband and I had a leak in our roof and we needed help to try and get it stopped, as it was flooding all 3 stories of our home and had done quite a bit of damage very quickly. Not knowing what else to do, we called Jacob at home, and to our surprise, he was there within minutes. Not only did he help us find the leak, but he covered it and told us the proper steps that needed to be done to fix it. He was on his way to church, which he missed in order to help us. That is what business is all about. When I look out my living room window and see the business that Mex have created, I am not disgusted but relieved to know that he is there if we need him. We support Jacob Meck and his family and wish them nothing but the best. Warm regards, John and Crystal Irvin. Thank you. A couple more letters to read here in response. Actually, all but except one. I'll just read them all, then that way I'll have to come back to that. From Charles Sheets, Sheets GMC. Dear Commissioners, as a current member of the Greenbrier Valley Economic Development Corporation, I am requesting that you endorse the February 27, 2012 GVEDC letter concerning Jackmel Properties LLC request, of which available property is located in Green Bank, West Virginia. The Mex are proposing to expand their business and need the additional property. Over the past few months, during commission meetings, there has been much discussion concerning the struggles of businesses in our county. This is an opportunity for the Commission to promote additional business expansion for our county. The Mex have been excellent business neighbors and employ Pocahontas County citizens in the varied businesses. By deeding this vacant commercial property site to the Mex, okay, I'll just correct that, we'll be deeding it to the GVDC for subsequent sale to the Mex. It will once again bring in needed tax revenue for the county. I trust that you will act favorably for this request. Charles A. Sheets, owner, Sheets GMC. And one more letter here. This is from Linda Stewart, landowner. She lives across from the Mex and beside Sheets GMC. All Commissioners, as a landowner in the outskirts of Green Bank, I want to support the proposed project of Jacob Meck Construction Company. I live across the highway from Jacob's site. I wasn't against the project before, but never vocally supported him. This time I do support him and want you to know that. Jacob isn't trying to bring controversy to our area, but I don't think he will fight this project again. If you want the extra revenue he will bring in with taxes and maybe any new jobs for people, support him. Linda Stewart, landowner.
I have a third question. It'll be my last.
If you'll bear with me, I have one more letter. Tim Morris.
Tim Morris.
Okay.
My apologies. This is the last letter. I have been in contact with citizens in the Green Bank area, and they are discussing the issue of leasing property to Jacob Meck to help promote his business. I think this will be a good thing and hope the County Commission will fully support this and all industry within Pocahontas County. We need every job we can possibly retain to our county. Thanks, Tim Morris. Okay. May I keep these copies?
Yes.
I have one last question,
Yes, sir.
and perhaps a comment. Why don't you just deed it to them right now? Why do you go through the Greenbrier Valley Economic Development Authority? I don't see what they've got to add to it. Now, I know why you went through it in the past. It was to maintain the subterfuge that by leasing it. But you're talking about giving them this property. And the Greenbrier Valley Economic Development Authority could give it to them for $1. See that thing right up beside Dave's head? That's what Denmark brought, was $1.
There were board members on the GVDC who expressed, what are we going to charge for this property?
I bet, what was the answer?
The answer was, we'll assess it if it's deeded to us, but we all expect fair market value.
What is fair market value?
That would have to be assessed.
All right, I said that would be it. And
Thank you, Mr. Alderman.